Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox, and the breaking news. Breaking is finally the embargo is over. We all know who it was. We all knew it was Huw Edwards. Every time, for 3 days now we've known this. He's finally come out. He is the dirty old man who likes to be with young boys. It is fantastic. And it was his wife who outed him. She's finally had enough of the old Welsh perv. We're going to go straight in to this piece. We're going to break it, and then we can all have a snigger behind his back. You know what? In a couple of weeks' time, it'll all be chip paper. Nobody will care. But it was the fact he dragged it out so long instead of just coming clean right at the beginning. Oh, look, I've just seen something. Now he's in hospital suffering from serious mental issues. Is that going to be his defence? It wasn't his defence 3 years ago during lockdown when he was shagging boys. Anyway, straight in. Have a look. And so it was his wife, Vicky Flynn, who named him. She's the one who dubbed him in it. It's now open. We can all freely talk about it. So Huw Edwards' wife, Vicky Flynn, names him as the BBC star, even, at the centre of, and in my best tabloid voice, 35k sex pic scandal. Statement issued on behalf of the presenter claims he's in hospital suffering from serious mental health issues. As the Met Police say, no offence has been committed. That's possibly that the pics were sent after the lad was 18, in which case no offence. Still not very good optics. Chatting to young boys 17 years of age, looking them up on Grindr, a married man with 5 children, and who's just had a massive pay rise at public cost. Screw you, Huw. Screw you. So Huw Edwards has been named by his wife and soon-to-be ex-wife, Vicky Flynn, as the BBC presenter, facing allegations over payments for sexually explicit images in a shock statement issued on his behalf. And of course he's going to do the mental health thing. Oh, looking for sympathy. Not going to cut it. You weren't mentally ill 3 years ago. It comes as the Met Police this evening said that no criminal offence has been committed by the BBC presenter facing allegations over payments for sexually explicit images. He may not have broken the law, but what he'd done was unethical and immoral. He's a married man with 5 children, and he can't be bothered to leave his wife to go looking for casual sex with young men. Seriously, if that's what floats your boat, nobody cares, but divorce your wife first. In her statement, his soon-to-be ex-wife Vicky Flynn said her husband Huw Edwards was suffering from serious mental health issues and is now receiving inpatient hospital care where he will stay for the foreseeable future. Yeah, the foreseeable future being until he's finally got past the storyline and is no longer deemed to be a bit of a noncy ponce in the eyes of the public. He'll never be on the BBC again. He is done, isn't he? It follows days of speculation after the Sun newspaper reported that an unnamed BBC presenter, he was unnamed then, of course, but we all knew, almost within a day, we all knew. Anyway, he'd allegedly paid $35,000 to a young person over the course of 3 years for sexually explicit photos. The main concern was if the lad was 17 when it started, in which case it wouldn't have been an offence. If it was chitty chatty and he didn't until he was 18, no offence committed. But still, rather low for a man sitting there on national television, highly respected, highly paid, and then holier than thou attitude, pontificating on how we should live and how we should do this, and trying to be stern and sombre when the Queen died, and meanwhile hands under the table knocking one out at the thought of an 18-year-old man. It's great, isn't it? It's a great optic when you look at him next time you see him. Anyway, look, there's a picture of him. Look, hands under the table, thinking, Queen's dead, but I still got to knock one out. Let me think of an 18-year-old boy. Whoa, knock, knock, knock. There we go. And there he is, in happier days when he still had a wife. He's had 5 children with that woman. Jesus, and then he does that to her. He's a dog, isn't he? He's a low-down dog. He really is. Anyway, it says that I'm doing this primarily out of concern for his mental health well-being and to protect our children. She's quite right to bring it forward as well. Thing is, we're all going to take the piss now. We all will take the piss. He won't garner any sympathy with this let's play act at being mentally ill bollocks, because he isn't. It's just this hiding away excuse. But, and if he is gone a bit bonkers, it's because of all what this coming out, and it's got him a bit tense, hasn't it? But he's the one who's done it. At the end of the day, he gets no sympathy because he's the one who's done it. But anyway, we'll only just take the piss out of him for a while. But you know what? Like I say, in a few days' time, it'll all be chip paper. Nobody will care. He's got to live the rest of his life with people looking at him, sniggering, taking the piss. But then you do these things, you do these things. It's what happens. I'm not going to go on too much longer. It actually does go on quite a bit, this piece, but I'm not going to do it. Anyway, she said, Huw is suffering from a serious mental health issues. He's probably had a breakdown over this all coming out and thinking his career's finished, his public standing's finished, his good name's finished. He was mixing it with royalty and politicians, and now everyone just looks at him and goes, nah, don't think so, mate. Nah, okay, stay away. Please stay away. He's finished. The events of the last few days, she said, have greatly worsened matters. He suffered another serious episode and is now receiving inpatient care, and where he'll stay for the foreseeable future. He's probably gone round the bend over this, but then, like I say, it's his own fault. In the circumstances and given Huw's condition, I'd like to ask that the privacy of my family and everyone else is caught up in these upsetting events is respected. Leave the man alone now. We've got it. It's out in the open. We'll all have a snigger. We'll all have a laugh. We'll move on. Let the man alone. And I mean that genuinely. This has been an ongoing thing for a few days. Seriously now, we've had our fun. Move on. Let's see who's next, because you can guarantee he won't be the only one in there, will he? But I mean, 4 men is it at the moment? 4 and counting. 4 and counting at the moment. Young men on Grindr. It's what he likes, and nobody cares. If he is gay, if he wants to come out be gay, and he likes the younger man, and as long as the younger man's over 18, who cares? Nobody cares. We live in a permissive age. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that. What people get upset about, and what I really do consider to be sort of a low-down behaviour, is the fact that it was a married man with children. At least have the balls to leave your wife before you go and do that. She deserves far better. She's given you the best years of her life, and she's given you 5 kids. That's not how you repay someone for that level of love and emotional support. So get on with it. Sort yourself out. Anyway, I'm going to come up. I'm done. This subject now is at a close. I am not doing any more on Huw Edwards. I've known who it was, but, you know, that's why I said to everyone, watch the news the other day. I said, watch the 10 o'clock news, because I knew he wouldn't be on there, and that would give the game away. Yeah, so we're done. I won't mention him again. We've had our fun, and we move on. We let the man go away, lick his wounds, hope he recovers, hope he gets well. Maybe patches it up with his wife, if she wants it. It's up to her, really, isn't it? Ball is entirely in her court. Wish them both luck. Subject closed. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to come up and we'll round this video off. Now, I know there'll be a million YouTubers out there wanting to do this story, and that's fine. They can all do it. They'll all do the same. But I'll ask any of them who've ever actually watched this channel, do your end piece on him, like I'm doing now, and then leave the man alone. Just let him go. He's no longer news. He's no longer interesting. He's done. Let's not prolong his agony. That would just be cruelty. And that's what I'm doing now. So by way of finishing, I'm just saying, Finn. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, and I will no longer talk about Huw Edwards. Till the next time, stay safe, stay well, and let's not persecute the man. Bye.